Today, I want to talk to you about a game that's near and dear. It's not. This game is not near and dear to my heart. This will be like the first time I've ever done like a proper game review because I think most of the time game reviews are pretty pretentious. Most of the time, people are backed by the company or there's a whole heap of grievances and hate specifically for that game that people just like kind of complain about, and everybody's just like, damn, dude, this game sucks. And here's like 3 reasons why like an entire game, an entire studio worked on is terrible. But I'm here to be slightly less aggressive than most people. I'm gonna be a little bit more not negative. Let's get into Atomic Heart, all right? Let's do it. Okay, imagine at the end of World War II, Russia decided to work on androids and robots, but also imagine in a world where the same Russian government that's working on this all had American accents.
What a beautiful day.
And that's Atomic Heart. But imagine if the inevitability happened where robots started just killing people. But that's Atomic Heart. So the first thing I'm gonna do is talk about pros and the immersion, right? Okay? And then we're gonna talk about some other stuff. So the immersion initially, when you play this game, is amazing, right? Right off the bat, as you float into the city and you're on like a raft or whatever, you get like Amazon dropped, like a package. It's like champagne, I think it is. I don't know, I'm trying to reimagine the scene. And as you float in there, there's robots dancing and providing services and flying around. To be fair, even if I didn't know that this was going to be a robot rebellion of sorts, I still would have been super uncomfortable because they're everywhere at the start of the game, which I suppose, knowing what the storyline is, does fill you with a little bit of dread because you're like, when's it all going to go down? So one of the things I'll say right off the bat, I really enjoyed the combat initially. Why am I doing it like I'm interviewing you? One of the pros for this is I initially really loved the combat. I really loved the flow of the combat and allowing you to dodge and power attack and everything like that. But here I say initially because later in the game, the combat becomes pretty so-so based on the weapons that you upgrade, but that's a different conversation. And overall, that's kind of how a game goes, right? Initially, the mechanics are important. Initially, you love specific weapons, all right? Whether it's like the axe and you're just... or, you know, it's like just the shotgun. It kind of donks though. The shotgun, I'm gonna give you a tip right now. No spoiler, but the shotgun, literally upgrade the shotgun all the way and then make it specialize in killing androids. I just saved you a bunch of time. It is weird that I'm thinking that an editor's gonna see this and I'm not gonna cut out. I'm not gonna be the one that trims around the weird shit in a video. It'll be you, which is awkward to me because you're gonna watch this being like, this guy's having like full-blown introspective moment with himself. There are a couple of parts that I really enjoy, so I'm gonna go through them now. And luckily enough, my editor, I've put them into folders and then I started numbering them and then I got bored. So I actually love the interactions between, I think his name's P3 and the glove, or even P3 himself, because there are parts that are cringe.
Ah, crispy critters.
There are also parts that aren't cringe. For example, he makes a joke constantly where he says, crispy critters, or crispy fucking critters. Bleep that. If we're 30 seconds into the video, you have to bleep that, all right? The glove at some point steals the joke, right? The glove goes, crispy critters. And then, you know, the protagonist P3 goes, hey.
And that's mine.
And you know what? There's a lot of people who are like, Alt F4. I can't play this game. Bring back silent protagonists, am I right? Shut up, okay? Bad writing can also be good writing. You know why? Because it's funny and it's silly, but it's also a consistent theme because he says crispy critters a lot. And you know what? I might start saying crispy critters. I'm not going to. It is kind of cringe. There are moments in the game that I also enjoy where he gets very frustrated, legitimately, with robots. And it's moments where I go, damn, I would also be frustrated by a robot at that time.
I'm getting a fucking headache here.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A cosmonaut.
What a splendid career choice. Well, I rather enjoy your attention, Major.
Do you have a memory leak or something? I need to announce a drill and put the VDNH into drill mode.
Unfortunately, this is beyond my ability.
Are you yanking my fucking chain?
You know what I'm saying? Should I get some lights on in here? Sure, why not? Gamer girl, let's go. There's boss fights that are very reminiscent of like Duke Nukem or Doom, right? They're very big, large arenas, and there should be footage coming up now.
I'm just getting started.
And there's big arena moments where you find these big robots and they're rolling around and you're shooting them and dodging and moving past and pulling out different weapons and stuff. which there is a chainsaw sort of magic weapon, and you're only gonna use that because that shit's ridiculous, by the way. I'll put up footage. Right there. There it is. You'll see it. Dude, this game has great fucking environmental music. When I say environmental, I mean situational. Why did I say environmental? Shut up. There's situational music where it has like video game sounds when you're playing a video game. And then there's like hardcore, like Rammstein shit playing at other times. And then there's boss fights that are like heavy metal. And like you feel it. You feel it in your heart. Not your balls. I'm not supposed to say that part. I'm so winded, bro. What's going on? You tell me. Send me a message as soon as you get up to this part, Delu. As soon as you get up to this part and I'm asking, why am I so winded? I expect you to send me a message. And then it doesn't have to be in the video, but if I reply with something even remotely funny, put it in the video. Now, I don't care what anybody says. I like interacting with people who are editing my videos. I'm too lazy. And I edit like an old man now. I can't edit fast paced, okay? I just can't. So if you enjoy the content being edited, please check out Delu below. And also, hey, if you enjoy my content, oh, it's gonna go under my legs. I can't do that. One of the other things I love about this game is the robot women. Okay, look, I'm not weird, all right? Give me a second. The robot women in this game, get a VPN. It's not a sponsorship, just get a VPN, but you look it up. Dude, Atomic Heart is some other shit now. And I'm just saying that when I saw them for the first time, the ballerinas, almost acted up, you know what I'm saying? No, I wouldn't do that. Let's get into the negative. This is a mess, bro. Dude, the platforming in this game is... Wait, can I do this myself? Fucking terrible. The platforming in this game is atrocious, man. It's so bad. I don't know what it is about it. There's something about this game that feels... awful, man. I don't know what it is. There's a feeling of like getting next to the edge and then you jump and then you bounce off shit and you grab onto stuff and the climbing. Oh my God, the climbing in this game is disgusting. I know they tried to make it feel realistic, right? You're climbing along, you're like, right? You're like this. And then you go, and then you get to the edge and then you need to jump, but then you're like, I've got to shift around this pole and you're like, and then you're on the pole and you're like, and then you jump across. It's so bad. I don't know what it is. There is something so inherently shit about the platforming in this game. All right? It feels messy. It feels like they've over-serviced it. It feels like it's been overdeveloped. There were moments where I had to have impeccable jumping in puzzles, impeccable moments to grab onto shit, and it just every time I was running towards an edge and went to like, yahoo! It never felt organic. It felt like I was trying to find some bullshit invisible place. It felt like I was doing the goddamn ice level on Majora's Mask, where there's like the ice that goes out to the temple. When the game first came out on Xbox Game Pass, which is what I got it on, for $1. You'll never get my money. There was like a whole moment where I couldn't enter the car. All right, and I know that was for everybody on launch. Just wanted to point it out. It's a weird problem to have that I walk up to the car and I go to open it and it just says unlocked in the full game.
But it's still an internal combustion engine.
What the fuck does that mean? The dialogue. Oh my God, the dialogue. Sometimes the dialogue in this game feels super disconnected. It feels so disjointed and feels like somebody has just like cut together segments. This is so bad for audio. There feels like moments where it's so cut together, where it's like disjointed. See if you can recreate. You'll see it. You'll see it from the clip, Delu. See if we can hey, what's your name? Oh, my name's Betty Ann. So weird. It's so strange because people are like talking, and another person's talking over them super quickly.
You got a neuropolymer capsule.
We don't need one.
Right? And then it's like talking, they're on a subject, and then all of a sudden the main character goes, huh, lol, Cap, let me fucking heal myself. Gee, bro.
You know what? You're on your own. You got this.
Where are you going? It's useless. We don't have the equipment.
I've got the equipment.
Like, there's so many moments in the game where the dialogue, even between him and the glove, feels strange and inconsistent, and who wrote this? This script is terrible. I'm just gonna say it. It's bad. There's cringe moments that I'm like, huh, lol, Cap. There's other times where I'm like, this game is actually just legitimate dog shit. And then there's the other part the really bad part. I'm just gonna, this whole thing, just pretend like I'm talking to you, all right? The puzzles. Don't get me wrong, there's good puzzles, and there's bad puzzles, and then there's truly horrible puzzles. There's puzzles that didn't make any sense, and then there were puzzles that were tedious beyond fucking reason. And I'm not afraid to say it. I looked it up. I looked up a guide for a lot of puzzles, because I was like, bro, I'm a gamer. I don't own a copy of the New York Times. I don't do the crosswords, all right? I'm on par to be getting on them dementias around 60, bro. I'm out here play video games, all right? Tap into that one form of gray matter I have. I don't have time for that, man. I don't have time for that. I'm so scared to get down. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking this. You're thinking, Rheezzy, I'm one of 3 people that watch this video. What? I'm trying to make it look like I'm not. God, what would you rate this game? And I would tell you this. 6 out of 10. That's what we'd rate it. And I'm going to tell you why. Why? Okay, to finish it up so Delu can finish doing this. But I'll say one thing. No slab squats. No slab squats at all. Bad dialogue. Everybody speaks American in a Russian environment. Nobody does this once. Nobody. I don't see a robot like crouched down like this one time. Why is there not at least one slab squat in this flipping game? I rate this game 6 out of 10 because I had fun playing it. It was a good romp for 15 or so hours. Combat was fun. Music was feckin' amazing. You know, it was cool doing this and that, and it was kind of open world, kind of not. And there was enough interesting things to do, but there's enough things to break immersion and be disappointed in for this to be a 6 out of 10. All right, this is, you know what this is? It's like that dessert your mum makes that you don't really like, but you're happy that you're getting it just because it is a dessert. That relates to somebody. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Thank you for joining me. You guys are awesome. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe and all that kind of stuff. And follow Delu, the editor, because he also makes amazing content. I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Let me say one thing, okay? Delu, you can put this in at the end, in the credit scene, but there is one part, okay? You know what? Honestly, the journey of the story is better than the ending. That's all I'll say, no spoiler.